Hello, guys. My name is Jerry, and welcome to our very first Limitless Gen show where we are all access. My first guest today, and we are so happy to have her, is Dani, our fitness coach. And so, yeah. Right, so this kind of follows on from what we were last talking about confidence of approaching a gym environment, and I think sometimes, particularly for women, it can be a really intimidating environment. So, in your opinion, do you think there should be more women-only gyms, or in your experience with people you've worked with, does that ever come up in conversation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think that I don't even know how long women's only gyms have been around, but I've been to 2 in my life. I don't think it's a very common thing. You don't get them in many places. But I think it's the best idea ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think there should be more women-only gyms, or even if it's not a whole gym. What I've seen in the past is there'll be a main gym and then there's a women's only section. So it's another part of the building, which is literally just women's only. And obviously it gives you the option. If you want to train in the main bit, you can. But if you want to just go into the women's part, you can. I think, gyms are good. And I feel I don't want to put a bad name on the environment of a gym.
Because
I feel once you get into it and you get into that flow and you start meeting people at the gym, the majority of people at the gym are nice. You do get a few annoying people, which is what causes this whole women are not as comfortable going to the gym because there's
absolutely
men doing some weird stuff, weird
that
stuff
stigma,
around there, you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
But I feel in terms of getting or having people get used to the gym who have not been to the gym before, I think having women's only gym is definitely a way that they can build up that confidence to be able to try out new exercises and not feel self-conscious of who's around watching me, am I doing this wrong? I think also having a women's only environment, it's more a place where you can share ideas. I feel you feel more comfortable asking how do I do this?
Yeah,
stuff like that. So I think it's a good idea. I would love to have my own women's only gym. That would be amazing.
all in good time.
For my kids, I feel I've always wanted to have a gym. I think when I was a little kid, it was more I wanted a gymnasium, a gymnasium.
Oh my god, I love that.
But, as I got older and I started in the gym, I was I'd love to have my own gym. That would be sick. I think a women's only one would be so cool.
No, I love that. What would you call your gym?
I don't even know. Well, I mean, my brand for my app is Elevate with Dani. So maybe it's just Elevate, but then I don't know if that's.
I love that. I love that.
Because the concept of my brand, it's you're sort of leveling up, not just in the physical aspect, but in a mental aspect, the confidence, literally just mindset and everything like that as well. So it's just we're bringing ourselves up.
It's official.
As well with the gym vibe as well.
No, for sure. It's all about, like you said, building bit by bit. So Elevate by Dani is being copyrighted as we speak. Okay, gym pending. But also I think one of the things when we talk about fitness and the whole journey around it, it'd be awesome to hear your opinion about it, is the over-reliance sometimes and the conversation around supplement taking. So, what do you think around that? And that's, to be fair, do you think there is an over-reliance around it, or do you think it's maybe not at the place that we kind of are having conversations about supplements?
I think supplements, with my own personal experience, supplements could be anything from vitamins, just health vitamins that you can literally get from Holland and Barrett and things like that, to creatine, to protein shakes, the whey protein shakes, things like that. They're all supplements, and I think as long as you've got a healthy balance, I think it's completely fine.
Yeah,
I think. Well, from my own experience, I've taken it too far in the past, where it's I'll just be putting 3 scoops of protein shake just to get in my protein.
Is it easy to do that as well? When you're in the routine for
It's so much easier, and I think that as a society, we've maybe become a bit lazy and sort of very reliant on things like that, because it's so easy. You can literally just put a couple scoops, mix it with milk, make a nice smoothie, and you're getting your protein for hitting your goals. But then it's you're replacing like actual food, if you know what I mean, with these supplements, and I think that's where the problem is. And I think to an extent you can get away with that, and a lot of people can get away with just taking supplements, but I think long term it's going to negatively affect your health, which is what I've experienced like very recently, where my gut health is just like down there now, because I was literally just like, from not having time to like cook meals and being busy with work and stuff, just like take a protein shake, take this like supplement, like this vitamin, whatever, just to replace the things that you can naturally get from food. So I think it's just giving people that education in terms of like, right, these are cool things, like you can take them here and there, like if you haven't got time one day, quickly grab like a protein bar and like go out the house, but you shouldn't be having it every single day, like, and you need to make like actual food a priority. So yeah, I think that's my sort of
No, that makes perfect sense. And I think, like you said, I guess a lot of it probably comes through factors of timing and, you know, the kind of routines people have on the day to day. But like you said before, I guess nutrition still comes down to it all, really. But, you know, when we talk about like fitness and how you were when you first started and where you're at now, this is more just on the basis of your mental well-being. Do you think that fitness has positively or negatively even influenced your mental well-being? How do you see, what do you feel like it's done for you?
I think overall, I think positive. But I think in my personal experience, like there's been like dips. I know like from my gymnastics training, which was obviously very intense, that was like a whole level of like mental and psychological like damage that did to me as like a child, even in sort of like aspects that I'm only realizing now are negatively affecting me, whereas back then I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this, but now I just look at things and I'm like, what the hell is that? Like one example, especially with like gymnastics, weight. So at a young age, like you're getting weighed like as a kid to see if you're too heavy, like you're too heavy. Or too fat to like be a gymnast. And it's sort of like, I don't think back then, like I know it is a lot better now with gymnastics, especially in the UK, but I think back then we lacked the education, or I guess British gymnastics or coaches didn't give you that education in what you should be eating, because we were training like 30 hours a week. We pretty much ate what we want. Yeah, it was like a full-time job, but we pretty much ate what we want, because it was like you just go in the gym for like 5 hours running around doing flips. You just burn it all off, but we weren't getting the energy. It was like, are you too heavy or are you not? Like there was nothing else. There was no like education on your actual health, building muscle, things like that. So I think the gymnastics was definitely like a dip, but I would say there are so many like positive things that I've obviously taken from that as well. I think with the gym, it's mostly positive for me. I think going there, being able to like switch off. Obviously I'm older now, like I'm an actual adult. I think I have more control over like my feelings and my like mental being, whereas when you're a kid it's like, all right, go and do 10 of those like double backs, and you're just like, okay, cool. It's
very militant, isn't it?
It's very militant. It's like you're almost like a robot. When I think about that now, I'm like, as an adult I have so much more fear even of things like that. So I think with the gym, definitely like it's a lot more positive for my mental health. I think maybe the only negative things that I guess can affect other people, or it's more common to affect other people, is how like social media sort of like portrays fitness, and creators being sort of like more honest with what they're sort of putting out there. You've got to have balance, and I think it's definitely getting better nowadays. Like you see these posts where people are posting like, this is what I eat during the week, but then I'll have like this chocolate bar. Oh yeah, I've gone to Nando's, I've had this pizza. Because if you don't live like that, it's just like, I don't know, you don't live and then you don't enjoy it. And people think, oh, if I want to look like her, I've literally got to do this, and not enjoy myself at all. So I think that's the only like negative that I've experienced. Maybe like when I first started, I think it was like very much eat as less calories as possible. You have to be like super skinny. But now I feel like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's like building up in terms of like strength training, people just doing things that they actually enjoy and looking how they want to look and creating their own body type rather than everyone sort of conforming to this one thing.
There's a bit more of a balance, isn't there?
Exactly. So yeah, I think overall positive in terms of mental health, but yeah, there are definitely like a lot of still like psychological things.
No, honestly,
training.
Thank you so much for sharing, and understandably that would definitely influence how you feel. Because like it sounds like a really intense period. No, thank you so much for sharing that as well. And it kind of leads me to another last question I want to ask you is how your engagement in gym fitness impacted personally your body image and self-esteem, and just with like the people that you work with and people who you coach with, elevate with Dani. How much do you feel fitness has an influence in body image and self-esteem, just in general?
I don't know. I think I have maybe a bit of a controversial opinion on this.
I'm not even sure.
I think a lot of like the people, like fitness people that you see online, or like even just at your local gym, a lot of the people that you see there every single day are insecure about their body.
Right.
I think, and that's why they go so much. And I think this is because that's how I was, at least when I started. And I know like friends or people that I've met in the gym, and it's normally the people that you see there, like and you just see them all the time, like just doing like the same thing, like I feel like they feel insecure in themselves. I've got to look like this. I think for me, it sort of stemmed from the gymnastics. Like you had to be of a certain size. To be honest, we were like ripped. We were honestly like cheese grater abs. Like, we were proper like stocky as well. Honestly, I remember in my prom photo, I don't know why I decided to wear a strapless dress. I was literally like,
girl likes that in the look bad. Like yeah.
Honestly, and I look back at it now, and I was like, why did I wear that? But I think because I've always been in such good like shape. When I stopped the gymnastics, I feel like for me mentally, I've always sort of had to meet that expectation. Not that I don't think people have expectation or like of me. I think it's just myself. I can't I couldn't sort of let go of like that level of like being ripped. And if I'm not meeting that, then I'm not good enough, sort of thing. So I think only very recently, I would say literally maybe the past like 6 months, I've actually gained like a more healthy relationship with how I look and like my body in different phases. So obviously for me, like I'm doing more like weights and stuff like that, trying to like build up a bum, like get in good shape, get some like muscles going on. But obviously through those different phases, when you're like bulking, you're trying to build muscle, you're obviously putting on weight. And before, I've always been like, I'm so like stocky, I'm like really fat now. But like, I think you've got to appreciate every single stage of your journey and just appreciate your body as how it is, which I think a lot of people find that hard, but I don't think many people admit that, especially online. But I think a lot of influencers now, or a lot of like coaches, are definitely trying to like portray that to either their followers or their clients, to make them just enjoy the journey rather than like how you look constantly. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fine to not go to the gym for 2 months. Literally, I've not been to the gym for 3 months, literally just before Christmas, because my work was so overloaded. And I thought to myself, I was like, I've lost all my gains. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look fine.
You're like, actually, no, I look better. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm completely fine. Whereas past me would have literally just been like, I don't even want to look at myself. So I think it's building up that, just that feeling that it is okay. Like you can be who you want to be, you can look how you want to look. Like no one's judging you. And I think it's really important that coaches and like influencers are sort of like portraying that message as well.
I love that, and like I love that what you said, appreciating every journey of your process. I absolutely love that. But if people wanted to get in touch with you, Dani, and your fitness coaching service, how will they do so? Let the people know.
So follow my page. Can you put it on the screen, or do I have to say it? Okay, great. Okay, yeah. The easiest way to obviously see what I do, see my content, is go onto my Instagram page. That's where I post on there regularly. On my page, there's a link to my online coaching services, and you can find out all the information on how to sign up there. But yeah, I've got an app going, so yeah, it's really great.
Amazing. Yes, hopefully we'll have people reaching out because
definitely.
Dani, thank you so much for chatting with us. It's given us some really, really important insight, and I think it's lovely. It's just lovely to hear from you. And yeah, thank you for sharing.
That's all right. Thank you. No, it's been great.